He may be one of tomorrow's great filmmakers, but tonight he's a struggling artist, struggling to discover who he is and where he came from. It's happening out in your country. Eric Olson reports.
It was an industrial powerhouse with vibrant shops and tree-lined streets, the perfect place to chase the American dream. But Gary, Indiana was built by steel, U.S. Steel that is, the city's named for the company's first chairman, Elbert Gary. And when American steelmakers succumbed to foreign competition, Indiana's Steel City began to rust.
And I'm not lamenting on a lost city. It's more about telling what happened to the city, because you can tell that there was once something there, something much larger, something more important.
They say you can never go home, and Gary native Monte Patterson isn't trying to. But the Fort Wayne filmmaker is trying to understand his hometown, what it was, what happened to it, and how much of his own artistic vision is tied to its story.
A little bit of space at the top of that crosswalk.
Patterson's been dividing his time between writing and editing in Fort Wayne and shooting on location. Gary's population was 200,000 20 years ago. Now it's half that. And the exodus has left behind architectural ghosts that provide the young filmmaker with haunting scenery. And he's employed a haunted narrator to act as guide, Gary, Indiana's most famous favorite son.
It brings tears to my eyes when I see any child who suffers. I am not guilty of these allegations, but if I am...
In Michael Jackson, Monte Patterson has found the perfect metaphor for a decaying city, a town desperately seeking a new identity and dying in the process.
He has gone through a sort of racial transformation physically, and that is sort of what happened to the city of Gary. You really cannot leave your home. You can't leave yourself. You can't try to become something that you aren't. Otherwise, you will find yourself right back where you started.
That doesn't appear to be a fate awaiting Monte Patterson. His film is about self-discovery and the danger of chasing illusions. You get the feeling this filmmaker is headed for better things.
There's always a project. It's always moving on to the next thing. I don't have any dreams of being famous. I'll always be an artist, and we'll see where my work takes me.
Eric Olson reporting out in your country.
Just amazing. And we understand that the film will air March 25th at the Fort Wayne Museum of Art. Way to go, Monte. Well, there are lots of untold stories out in your country, and if you know of one...